Hi, this is Carrie Haley, and I'm Vice President of Prepaid at MasterCard, and I'm very happy today to interview Craig Fuller, who is CEO of TransCard. So Craig, you have had tremendous success in the community bank prepaid program. I was hoping you could talk a little bit about that today and what you're seeing from the community banks.
Yeah, we're really excited to be positioned in the market to bring on community financial institutions into prepaid. It's a product that financial institutions have historically looked at other avenues of bringing on and managing these customers. Right now, with the regulatory environment the way it is, we're able to bring these financial institutions up as prepaid issuers, and it's been well received. I think financial institutions recognize a need for the product. They recognize the value that the technology, the mobile technology particularly, brings to the consumer. But they're also challenged because they don't really know how to go out and execute on the business model. And so what we at TransCard have done is have really created a turnkey product to basically put them into the prepaid issuing business without having to worry about the massive amounts of investment and infrastructure that goes along with that.
So when you talk about investment, are you talking about specific costs that you're eliminating in the program, or how does that work?
Well, there's really two sides of cost. There is the actual direct cost of becoming an issuer, which for really smaller institutions is somewhat cost prohibitive. And that's why they've not really looked at prepaid as a core product offering yet. So that's the one side of it is really the direct cost. And we worked with MasterCard. MasterCard's been very helpful in creating a financial construct that allows us to go into the bank for a very low cost to get into prepaid. And then there's the other cost, which is all of the really indirect costs and hidden costs that are associated with issuing prepaid cards. It's things like compliance infrastructure and IT infrastructure that you need to support these programs. What we have done is really developed it so it's in the cloud, it's all turnkey. It doesn't require the financial institution to go out and invest in this massive infrastructure that goes along with supporting these programs.
So what would you say are the three, or we'll start with two biggest challenges that the consumers or the customers of the bank face from an education perspective? You mentioned that what kind of things are you doing to educate the banks along with their customers about prepaid?
So really what we at TransCard are doing is going into the financial institutions and creating product champions. And so these are folks that will be directly working with the different business leaders inside the institution that will roll out these products. So it's the branch retail operations manager, it is the product manager, it is the commercial salesperson to really go after payroll, and those types of things. So we get a product champion, and once we have that product champion, we arm them with a toolkit so that they can be successful in addressing the customer's concerns. I think consumer adoption has reached a point where we're beyond that tipping point. Consumers are aware of what the plastic will do for them. They're aware of the value of the MasterCard brand. And so consumers want these products. And historically, financial institutions have been not really putting these products forefront, and you've had to go to a traditional retailer. What we're hoping to do, and what we're actually successfully doing it, is creating product opportunities inside these banks. And what's really fantastic about it is just hearing the stories about consumers now feel like they have a relationship with a financial institution that were previously ignored or weren't focused on. So it's an amazing, we've seen amazing results from it.
And I'm sure it's a huge value add for those consumers, because if I know financial institutions, they're wanting to retain their customers, correct? So this is an additional product for them to actually help retain them.
Yeah, if you look at so a couple of core products where prepaid is perfect for. Young people, a 20-year-old college student that does business with a financial institution, the net present value on that relationship for the life of that consumer is about $300,000. The challenge for most financial institutions is that they can't, they're worried about what happens in the next 12 months. And so what we've tried to do is take the cost of servicing that consumer away from the financial institution, create a product so that they can service that consumer and ideally bank them long term. The other consumers that these products are well positioned for are folks that are trying to open accounts, but for whatever reason the bank doesn't feel like they want to extend a bank account to them. What we have done is created really a turn-down second chance checking account where they can offer this product to those folks that walk in the branches. It is amazing.
Instead of sending them away, sending them out the door.
Sending them away and offering them a product that consumers want. What's amazing that we're seeing is there are traditional banked consumers that are also looking at these products, which was really surprising to us. We didn't expect to see that. But what we're finding is traditionally banked consumers really enjoy the simplicity that goes along with using a card and not worried about all the other products that banks sell them. Most financial institutions try to put as much into their web products and mobile products as possible. Mortgages, auto insurance, those types of things.
Right.
And most of the consumers that these products are really valuable for really want to use a card, pay their bills, take money out of the ATM, and reload that card. And if you can keep it simple, then consumers will really appreciate what you've done for them.
So you were talking about some of those concerns, and I have a question kind of going a different direction, but I think can apply to the financial institution model that you're doing. So do you feel that current concerns about the global economy help or hurt the expansion of prepaid in emerging markets?
I think it helps. Anytime we see economic recessions, some would say it's perhaps more severe than that on a global basis, you see change. And what's happening is consumers are saying, I still want these products, and what prepaid allows for financial institutions and non-financial institutions to offer these consumers is a financial product that is very transactionally based. And prepaid allows these institutions to get into the market of offering deposit products without lots of fixed expenses. And so I think every time you see an economic change in terms of the economic recession, you see new technology adopted.
Right.
If you look at throughout history, every time we've seen great innovations, it's always been at the start of a recession all the way up to the end of it. And so that's when you see this evolution of technology, because companies are looking at cutting costs, consumers still want the products, and that's what really forces innovation. And I think that's what we're seeing. And prepaid is perfectly positioned for that. And look at mobile, what's happened with mobile. It's incredible, the migration of prepaid and mobile and how those things are interacting now.
So what do you think from a payment innovation perspective, Craig, are you most excited to see adopted in prepaid? So on the other side, what do you want to see adopted in prepaid?
Well, I think there's lots of innovation, but I think at the end of the day, what consumers want are mobile remote capture is important. They want to be able to load the card efficiently and easily. I think you'll see that take off. I think merchant-funded discounts are something that we're seeing a lot of opportunities with. And I think those innovations will drive consumer adoption. Because frankly, it's easier to adapt new technology prepaid to these new technologies than it is for a financial institution to migrate its entire core system. And that's what makes prepaid so powerful, is you can segment this product away from your other offerings, not really impact what you're doing on all your other banking services, but really offer a whole new product set that you've never been able to do affordably. And that's what prepaid's been very powerful for.
Craig, thank you so much for taking the time today to answer these questions. We truly at MasterCard value our partnership.